Like I said, I don't think I'm gonna give mine up. We love you. All right, well, we love Lou Caputo. Come on out here. Lou is also kind enough to come in for me. So if you're checking your cable guide, he is one of my clever solutions. It's true. And Lou, I have to say, when the last time that we did this together, I thought this is so doggone cool. Because I was talking about my dad, who has like the big air compressor on the farm. I'm afraid of it. I'd never be able to use it. I'm not putting it in my trunk, so if I have a flat tire, it's not gonna be able to help me out. But this is small but mighty.
That's right.
It's free shipping. It's a little over $16 on your credit card. And not only is it a quick solution for things like the soccer balls and the footballs and the basketballs and the exercise balls, the pool floaties that you're gonna be using, but believe it or not, now we couldn't get Lou's Jeep in the studio, but it will inflate that tire.
It will absolutely
It will inflate that tire, Lou.
Yes.
And it has its own little lovely handbag.
It's an entire system.
It is.
The entire thing here. Now, let me show you what you're getting with this, because this is really neat. You're going to get the air hawk itself right here. Kind of looks like a cordless drill,
but
not.
Actually.
Yeah, but it's a real air compressor, okay? And I'll explain more about that in a second. Has a lithium-ion battery on the bottom, which is rechargeable. You get the charger with that. You get the accessory tips with this, so you can inflate air mattresses, beach balls, stuff like that, but also all your athletic balls, basketballs, footballs, soccer balls, all that. And then you also get this neat little piece right here, which is actually corded.
Oh, that's right.
So if you ever do run the battery down all the way, if you're out someplace, you can still plug it into your lighter or your power cord if you need to. And you get the carrying case, as you pointed out.
You do. So we'll show you, there are tens of thousands of these that have been sold for 68,000 to be a little more precise. And those are probably 68,000 parents who are saying, I huff and I puff and I don't seem to blow.
And exhausted.
Exactly.
Well,
and I'm done.
Let me show you how this works now. So it looks like a drill, as I mentioned. If I turn the power button on, which is right here on the back, there's a digital pressure gauge right there. So you can actually set the pressure that you want it to go to. It'll turn itself off. On the front of it, LED light down here, all your accessories stow on board. Watch the way it works. I'm gonna take this hose off the top, also included, stick that in the front of this, and you tighten it down by turning it. Now the reason that's important is this is a real compressor. There's a piston inside of it. It's not just an inflator like you get with your air mattress.
Exactly. Hey Lou, as you do this, can you just show the screen again? I'll show you why.
Yes.
Because with something like this, you feel it. But when I was referencing my tires, I'm actually afraid to inflate my tires at the little, you know,
at the gas station.
At the quarter, because those little analog things are never, ever right. And I'm always afraid that I'm going to underinflate or overinflate. Never have to worry.
But that's not going to happen with this.
Nope.
Well, and I'll show you that when we do our bicycle down here. But I want you to see this. Yeah, we got the bike, we got a wheelbarrow, we got all kinds of stuff. But so as you said, when you do a basketball or something like this, you do it to feel. So you feel that, it feels like it's right. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Very simple to do. Let's say you go to the beach with the kids and the whole family, and you park in the parking lot. You walk 100 yards to the water. You get down to the water, and the kids turn to you and say, "Can you blow this up for me?" Okay. And you look at this thing, and you're like, "Yeah, no problem." Until you start doing it, and then you realize, my gosh, this thing is massive. So what I'm doing now is putting on the inflator tip that you're going to use for these kind of beach toys, for air mattresses and all that. And watch how quickly it's going to blow this up. And this is a 3D beach toy, meaning that it has dimensions. So watch this.
Doesn't look like much now.
Doesn't look like much now, but the fact of the matter is that right about the time you get to here, now you're getting dizzy a little bit. It's getting hard to breathe. You're starting to see stars.
I'm losing my breath just watching this.
But watch how quickly this thing is going to pop up. And the air hawk can do this in seconds without you having to walk back to your car or do anything. And we're done. Look how fast that was. Now, that would take you a long time to do. But for most of you, what you're going to do with this is going to fill the tires in your cars, your bicycles, and anything with a pneumatic tube, okay? Let's go down to the bicycle down here. Because the funny thing about bicycles is they always know when you're going to go for a ride and the tires go flat, okay? Watch this right here. This tire is dead flat. Now, as Shannon was saying a moment ago, this has a digital pressure gauge. So using the plus and minus buttons right here, we've already set the pressure for this tire. I squeeze the trigger on the side right there, watch this. And as soon as I do, it starts filling the tire. Now, I'm not going to sit there and babysit this. I'm just backing up.
You just let it go.
Away. And here's what's going to happen is it's going to sense when it gets to the proper, exactly the pressure that I put in there, and it's going to stop itself. So I could be packing lunches, I could be loading the other bikes up, you know. You know what I'm not doing? There we go. It's done.
Okay,
that
now,
quickly.
I would get it for that alone.
Station.
I'm serious.
Right?
Not only for your car, because the thing is, here in Florida, well, I know everywhere has you know, pressure release problems if you live around a construction site or what have you. But when it's really, really warm, the thing is, you notice that incorrect tire pressure can cost you money, cost you mileage, and it's not as safe. And that's the big thing I think for a lot of us. If you only used it on automotive tires or bicycle tires, it would pay for itself over and over again. It's small, it's compact.
Yes.
This is not something that I would be afraid to use.
No, anybody can use this.
Anybody can use this.
And you don't have to be anywhere near your car when you use it. Meaning so that if you are hiking and you want to fill up an air mattress, you can use it for that. You know, if you're on a job site and you need to put air in the tires on a hand truck or a wheelbarrow or anything else, you can absolutely do that as well. And I know a lot of folks out there are watching this and you're going like, well, you know what? I've got pumps, okay? Let me ask you a question. If you've got one of these, okay, and I believe that this was invented by the Wright brothers, okay? They owned a bicycle shop. Watch this. Listen to this. Do you think that that's going to really blow up the tires on your car? Because it's not. I'm going to tell you right now.
It does make you giggle, though.
But it does make you laugh. Or maybe you got a foot pump like this, okay? And this is a little bit better, but this is also an amazing aerobic workout. So if you're looking to lose weight, that's fantastic. Then we've got this guy here. This thing looks like it's like a staple gun or something, but it has to be always corded. It always has to be plugged into your vehicle. When you've got the Airhawk, none of these things are a problem. You can take this with you anywhere. Rechargeable battery on the bottom. And when you have everything in the case, it looks like this. I've got one of these in the back of every single one of my vehicles. Now let's see another practical application. I'm going to go down here to the wheelbarrow that's in front of the table. And the thing about wheelbarrows is you never notice the tire's flat till you put stuff in it. And then it's too late. Then, now here's the thing. There's 70 pounds of rock in this. It's a metal wheelbarrow, okay? So under ordinary circumstances, without the Airhawk, what do? You got to empty out 70 pounds of rock, take the metal wheelbarrow, put it in the back of the car, take it to a gas station, spend $2 to fill one tire, and hope their pressure gauge is working. You got the Airhawk, air's free. Watch this. We're going to press the button right here. Here's the digital pressure gauge. We have already put in the pressure for this very flat tire. I'm going to pull the trigger, and the Airhawk is going to start filling the tire. But here's what's the most amazing thing.
With the rock in it.
With the rock in it, with the metal wheelbarrow and 70 pounds of rock. It's lifting all that up, and it's filling that tire to the exact pressure that we want. So in just a couple of seconds, it's going to turn itself off. But guess what? I didn't lose the hour to go to the gas station. If I'm on a job site, I'm not losing time. I'm not paying overtime to my people. You know what I mean? It's just one of these products that's going to save you so much time and so much money.
And so much frustration. You know, what's your time worth? What's your frustration worth? No descriptive language required when you're inflating things that should have still had some air in them. And that, you know, what's that worth to you? So I really and truly, you're probably gonna end up using this much more than you ever even realize. And it's kind of like we keep that spare tire in the trunk for a reason. Just get this.
Done. That quickly, it's filled out. And you know, you were talking a moment ago about when you're driving your car and that little light comes on. You know, and you're absolutely right. If you're driving with underinflated tires, you're not getting great mileage. You're wearing your tires out faster, and the car's not handling the way it should. So it's actually dangerous to do that. That's why you want to take care of that right away. But for most of us, it's not practical all the time to go to the gas station. And a lot of gas stations don't have a pressure gauge that works. That's why I've carried one of these in my car for years. Here's the thing, though. As I'm getting older, I can't read those numbers.
Well, so you know what? And I always ask myself, how accurate is that, too? Because
it's analog.
Because it's analog.
You're guessing, is it 35, 32? I don't know. When you use the pressure gauge on the back of the Airhawk, I mean, look at that. It's lit up, okay? And it has big numbers in this that anybody can read. So I know exactly. Now, if you're a soccer mom or dad, though, I'm going to show you something real quick here. Usually when you go to practice with the kids, you got like a dozen soccer balls with you, maybe, and they're always underinflated.
Yes, they are.
And they're in this big mesh bag. I've seen the parents do it, and they're out there frantically trying to blow up the soccer ball. I'm putting the tip back on here. Now, I'm going to take this volleyball right here, and it applies to volleyballs as well. I'm going to stick this into the volleyball, and we are going to turn this on, and we're going to blow up the volleyball. Now, I want you to see how quickly, I don't actually have that in there. I'm looking at this going like, you know, that's not really doing what it, there we go. Okay, watch this. Watch how much better it works when you actually put the needle in it.
Amazing!
It's incredible how well this works. And it's blowing this ball up. But so imagine if you had an entire bag full of these that you had to do, right? I mean, you could be there.